In all my life, the only thing that I've ever known has been academics. As someone who is going to finish with my degree in computer engineering next year, life after this is becoming an increasingly apparent reality. Suddenly, not knowing what I want to do with my life isn't a problem for future me, it's a problem for me right now. And the more I think about what I ought to do with myself after completing my studies, the murkier things become. As some of you may know, I've always adored video games, and at some stage I fancied a career in making and designing them. In today's market, that seems like an increasingly poor financial decision when I could easily work a more stable job. These thoughts often feel like excuses to me when I think of them. They feel like an excuse to put off learning how to make games well, like an excuse to put off my creative pursuits. As soon as I need to actually put in the work to make my childhood dreams a reality, I'm too tired from the past semester to learn new things. While I put off my extra studies, I realized that if I ever want to live a life without regret, I need to pursue what I want to while I still have the time and financial freedom to do so. This is the kind of thought cycle that I go through on a pretty regular basis when I think about these kinds of things. It's not very fun. And the thing is, the messaging that I've always had was to put academics first. Once I finish with academics, I can do whatever I want with my free time. This is a good thing, don't get me wrong. It definitely helped me maintain good grades, but I think at some point I took it too far. And eventually it became make academics your whole life. I lost the balance. When things get hectic, perhaps even manageably so, I throw out all pursuits that are not central to my academics and fill my free time with shows or YouTube. There's nothing inherently wrong with watching a show or a YouTube video. The problem is when the day ends and I see that I anyway spent 1 or 2 hours on YouTube. I know inside that I could have spent 15 minutes doing even a little bit of something that will secure a better future for me. Every new semester, I tell myself that I am going to change the cycle, and every semester, I seem to fail. This hasn't been a life-changing issue until now. The closer I get to independence, the more keenly I realize that I am the only person who can make the future that I want for myself a reality. When these thoughts come knocking, I can't help but feel some amount of regret. The bigger problem is that with my choice of degree, I have no reason to put effort into my creative pursuits. I could easily graduate, find a comfortable day job with a pretty good income, and get home every day from work, sit on the couch, and watch Netflix. But if I do this, I will have filled every minute of my day-to-day life with things that I never truly wanted to do. I will continue to be a numb stub of a person with no particular passions, always consuming what other people produce. Where is the value in that? At what point do I tell myself that I need to create my own pieces of art? When I die, will I have anything to show with my life if I just sit on a couch watching Netflix? I might have helped solve some problems in my day job, and I might have a family, and both of these are great things. But I still wouldn't have truly created work that I want to create. The answer to this problem is obvious, right? If I want to create, then I should create. I know that this is true. So why do I keep putting consumption ahead of passion? It's because it's far easier to consume than to put a part of yourself into the world for other people to see. I think we all know that. For me, I've always loved creative writing, and I took visual arts in high school, but I struggle to make works of my own when nobody's telling me what to create. It's almost like I tied my ability to be creative to my academics. I was afraid of being the guy who drew stupid pictures or wrote silly stories. I didn't want to put myself forward without a rational explanation for doing what I did so that I couldn't be ridiculed for my work. But art is not rational. You can't worry about what other people think, or you will always create works that appease others. It is so difficult to spill your guts onto a page for the world to see, and yet every truly great artist does this every day without worrying about looking cringy or petty. And this fear of creation is part of what keeps me stuck in my cycle, my problematic cycle. Being stuck in this cycle definitely makes me question if I ever had a passion for creation, which in turn makes me demotivated to create my own work. To try and get out of this slump, I read philosophy. I ended up reading the Enchilada, I don't know, whatever it's called, by Epictetus. It's a handbook to Stoic philosophy. In the book, there were a few lines that stuck out to me. One of them was about being happy to look foolish if you want to improve. You obviously can't improve if you worry about what other people think. Makes sense. I don't think I need to explain it more. The other paragraph says that when choosing a career, you must think about the lowest of lows that you might experience by choosing that path. If you're content with suffering through them, then you will be able to follow your desired path. If you choose a career without properly considering what it entails and what the worst you can go through in that career is, then you'll be like a child playing many different roles, like pretending to be a doctor, pretending to be a firefighter, and you'll continually switch between careers because you never really consider what you're getting into before you started. And these excerpts made me keenly aware that if I want to truly pursue what I want, I need to give it my all. Once I've decided that that is truly what I want. The latter part is the hard part, because when I consider the lowest lows that I could see, when I consider that the potential financial sacrifices that come with creative career paths are great, I begin to question if it's really what I want. Some people know full well what the risks are and still charge headfirst into whatever niche field they want to. I have never been quite so passionate. And again, it makes me question if I'm going to find my passion through hard work, or if the passion just isn't there in the first place. I don't know exactly how to find my passion, and it's kind of scary, it's just uncertain. It's tough, and I'm not really sure what to do. Ultimately, I don't have a good conclusion for you. These are just some thoughts that have been running through my mind, and some of you probably listened to this and thought, wow, this guy really knows how to overthink things. And you're right, you are 100% correct. I just thought that it might be helpful to put my thoughts down somewhere. I thought it might be helpful to someone, or entertaining at the very least. I don't know, I just wanted to make this, to make it, and yeah, I just did it for myself. I know it's different from what I usually do. Yeah, I know. At some point I wrote some other scripts, but I wasn't really feeling it, and I felt this, and I said, well, it's my channel, I can do whatever the hell I want to anyway, so here we are. Cheers.